we could cue up the slide set there. Excellent. Well, our new initiative, Hurricane Strong, came about through discussions at this meeting last year at the public preparedness and information and media wrap session. Is there any way we can take a bunch of good but disjointed type of ideas and initiatives that people are taking to be prepared and come up with a more focused manner of doing it? We look at resilience as the act of being, planning for, being prepared, responding to, recovering, and importantly, adapting better so that the next time we have a storm, we don't have as much damages on there. So I'm going to introduce a few slides to talk about the program in general, and then introduce an introductory video that we hope you all like and take with you to use in your programs back home. And oh, by the way, I'm not Leslie Chapman Henderson. Leslie was unable to be here and asked me to provide this introduction to the program for you. Flash, for those of you that don't know, was a volunteer organization that started in 1992 in the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew. Was focused at that time on the issues we had with poorly constructed buildings unable to withstand the hurricane that hit Florida back then. And it's evolved toward today. We're the premier leading consumer advocate for disaster safety and awareness and education. The Flash organization has over 120 partners. The challenge is that we've grown so much in the coastal areas where a lot of these natural disasters occur that we now see billion-dollar disasters happening all the time, and there's been over 50 natural disasters in the billion-dollar and above loss in this period 2010 to 2015. The population density in the high-risk areas is getting higher, and the one thing we've learned from surveys about preparedness is that unfortunately less than half the people that live in these high-risk hurricane zones have actually taken any of the steps to be better prepared. Our answer to the challenge is using Hurricane Strong as a new effort, partnered with FEMA, Flash, and the NOAA folks to significantly increase the hurricane resilience in the United States through an integrated multi-level public outreach effort. You can't do this alone. Our private sponsorships include BASF, Huber Engineered Woods, the International Code Council, Portland Cement Association, Simpson Strong Tie, State Farm, the Home Depot, and USAA. You've seen these several times, I'm sure, during this conference, the key messages, the key steps we want people to accomplish in being hurricane strong and being prepared for the hurricane is the personal safety. Know your evacuation zone. Know what your risk is. Know how well your house is built. The key elements you need to know before you actually make a plan. Financial security. Have an insurance checkup. It really should be done every year. Things can change on the value of your house. Things can change with how your insurance company provides coverage. We want people to take care of that, and most importantly, within that insurance thing is to get better penetration of people having flood insurance who live in the hurricane risk areas. Not enough people have flood insurance, as we all know. Family preparedness. This is where you develop your family plan and prepare your disaster supply kit. Damage prevention, strengthen your home. This is adapting, making your place less likely to have damage when the next storm comes along. Once you've taken care of yourself, we want you to help your community either through school organizations, neighborhood associations, your church, and the like. And that's the five key messages we have in the program. Of course, our strategy is to have it a focused time each year. And as Rick pointed out, we're putting together several of the key elements that we've used for hurricane awareness to have them all occur during the same week to get the high impact push on that. The Hurricane Awareness Tour, Rick has talked a lot about that. I think the hit on the school kids, they will really resonate with the Hurricane Strong initiative, and I think that'll take it to further places. Plus, we'll get community leaders familiar with it, and that's how we're going to really launch the program and get a large preparation effort going. Hurricane Preparedness Week is occurring, as Rick pointed out, through there. The proclamations, the presidential one, and in many of the states, the governor will do a proclamation about the importance of hurricane awareness. National exercise executed by the Hurricane Center aimed at school kids, where there's a mock drill of hurricanes, and the school kids learn about the hurricane itself and the forecast process, and participate as a school in learning about the elements. Weather Ready Nation is a big initiative within the NOAA National Weather Service. The forecast offices are the key points for the execution of those, and we'll have events going on at the local level, not just where the Hurricane Awareness Tour goes, but at all our coastal offices that support Weather Ready Nation. And again, what I showed you before, wrong way, unless I'm in Australia, the hurricane pose. Eric is our model for that. He'll be plastered all over the internet this week and in the future for that. But the design artist for that, we had a professional design artist to come up with that. Dr. Rick Knabb came up with the pose, and then the artist took the pose and made the logo that goes with the Hurricane Strong. And judging from your participation here at the conference at our booth during the week, that this is really going to be a hit with the school kids when we take this out on the road. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I got to hit that twice. There are many different ways the pose can be taken. There's Rick's, the original, the dynamic poses, alternating poses, group poses. That one, I don't know what that one is. And there's one, this looks like a Joaquin pose. It's just not doing anything we want it to do. And so on. Hurricane Hunter poses, flash poses, and there you have Hurricane Strong. Along with that, we'll have, of course, a lot of social media output under the hashtag Hurricane Strong. If you go under the website there, you'll have, that's where the resources will be that the Flash folks have put together, the resources that you can use to support your preparedness efforts in your local community. And at this point, I would like to cue up the video. This will be available on the website for your download and your use to introduce the program in your communities.
Long before the first hurricane watches are issued, teams of professionals and volunteers are hard at work. Their mission, to help communities prepare, respond, and recover from even the most devastating storms. Their help comes in many different forms, from planning for evacuation and providing expert storm forecasting, to showing families how to build stronger homes and protect financial assets. But even with the extraordinary support they provide, the professionals and volunteers can't do it alone. They need the help of the individuals and families in the path of the storm, because experience shows again and again that those who plan ahead and prepare will recover and bounce back more quickly. So what motivates some to get ready when others don't?
I want to be safe. I want to know that my family survived, that we're okay. Understanding if we're at risk, knowing whether to evacuate and where we go, and making sure our home is strong if we decide to stay.
I want to be prepared and confident that my family will stay safe and know that my house will stand up to the wind and the rain.
It means coming back from the storm and coming back quickly. Lights on, back to work, back to normal, with insurance and flood coverage to build back, if my home is damaged. That's my story.
The good news is that individuals can write the ending to their own storm story. They can become resilient in the face of whatever Mother Nature brings. The Federal Alliance for Safe Homes and partners are joining forces to present a new National Hurricane Resilience Initiative called Hurricane Strong. The program will support communities across the globe wherever the destructive force of hurricanes threaten. Hurricane Strong will include special events, public awareness messaging, and creative outreach efforts to help individuals and families see how they can take charge of their hurricane story. Know your risk, make a plan, know how to communicate and where you will stay during the storm, especially if you're in an evacuation zone. Assemble a supply kit with enough water and non-perishable food for the entire family for 5 days. Don't forget prescriptions and food for your pet. Know the building code used for your home and work with a contractor to strengthen connections. Plan how to board up windows and doors if you don't have hurricane shutters. Secure an insurance checkup from your insurance company and be sure you know your deductible. Don't forget flood insurance. It's sold separately, and there's a 30-day wait for the policy to begin. Now that you're ready, help your community. Get volunteer training, lend a hand to elderly neighbors, and donate to a disaster nonprofit. The Hurricane Strong Core team is in place and already growing, but we need you to join us. We need everyone to become part of our Hurricane Strong movement. Together, we can make sure that no matter what Mother Nature throws at us, we'll be strong enough to prepare, respond, recover, and rebound. Visit hurricanestrong.org and join us today.
Okay, thank you very much.